Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon. And this week, we have our full moon in Aquarius. And there will be blood! Aquarius rules the blood and circulation. It is our fixed air element. And it is unique. It is always authentic, pure expression. That's why it's the blood. Because it's individual. It's special. It is as real as it gets in the Aquarius full moon energy. So wherever that takes you, be ready for a reality check. Be ready to experience authenticity. Let's get into our reads. Ooh, Libra. How are you doing with Lilith moving into your sign? Is it great? Is it absolutely everything you ever hoped for? Yes and no, I hope. Oh, she's been creeping up on my natal Mercury. Just right around the time of Mercury retrograde, and it's Mercury day, and why not? Why not? I'm gonna set fire to the air. I had this, moment of doubt moving from fire signs into air signs. Transitioning quickly is, it's a risk. It is. I gave myself the bends moving from air into water too quickly, and I had this moment of I feel like fire is going to ignite this air, especially if we come in with a strong air like Libra. But we're doing it anyways. Why not? We're doing it anyways. Why not? We're just going to set fire to it. Oh, this image is completely destroyed. This picture shattered, burned. There will be nothing left by the end of this tower drop. Because everything that built this tower is made out of paper, cardboard, sticks, and it was painted to look like something, but I don't know what real bones were in there. How much of yourself did you bring into, your true self, did you even bring into this tower? And how much of it was a facade? The suit that you were wearing, a character that you were playing. My question is, how authentic was this tower that it would burn like this? All I hear is there's secrets underground. Things you don't know. Things you must find out. How ominous. Oh, be a little punk about it, I think. Nice swords. It's a Knight of Swords. You might be a little bit of a punk about it. Yeah, it's all in the basement. All of the valuables are in the basement. And they were kept there, locked in there, because they never... Because, well, it was the only foundation. It was everything on top of it, again, was paper, sticks, cardboard, and flammable paint. Trying to unlock the secrets hidden away. It's all about how you look at it. It's all about perspective. It's all about the eyes that are viewing and how they take this. How they take this sight in. It's all about how you look at it. It could be a stable, sturdy house from one perspective and flimsy cardboard in the next. Yeah, I think everybody's got a little bit of turbulence right now. A little bumping with the communications. See? See what, where? See what, where, who? What do you mean? My castle was a tinderbox all along. What? No. That castle wasn't a tinderbox. I see none of these hazards, these dangers around me. Security, I claim. Security. What looks like one thing to one person looks like something else to another person. And I can see and hear both sides and perspectives on this, like I just want to shout, like, clearly you're in danger. Clearly. Get out. Take off the blindfold. Untie yourself. Untether yourself from this building before it completely collapses and you're trapped inside. You're trapped inside, and the only one who has the key to get you out is you. So why are you laying down and pretending that you're asleep? What can a person do? If it's not you, what can a person do? Trust me, ripping off the blindfold only, like, drops one of those swords. Like, there's some sort of, like, booby trap mechanism here. So if anybody other than the person holding, like, in this position that is, like, held captive here tries to take off that blindfold, one of those swords is going to drop. Nobody from the outside can help, because anytime somebody from the outside tries to help, it makes matters worse. The only answer, the only solution, is seclusion. You need to be brave enough to bring your light and your ability to change perspectives down into yourself and remove the blindfold. and remove the swords, one by one. You can't take them all down. This is rigged. It's rigged, I tell you. It's very intricately rigged at this point in time. The only solution is to go in. One thought, one action, one pattern at a time. Taking this hermit. Because you know what's underneath the hermit? Do you know what secrets this hermit can uncover when he goes into himself and releases and unties and unbinds himself from these thoughts and these actions and these patterns? Ace of Cups. Clean, purified water, evenly and perfectly distributed and expressed and received. This cup never runs out because it's a fountain. It takes in all of the water that it needs and disperses it appropriately. One by one cup, one thought, one pattern at a time. I feel like there's no other options. Straight out the gate, this is where we started. This is where we just got started. But you had to remove that entire tower to even uncover the secret door to the basement, where all of the valuables were locked up and buried, entombed. All of those treasures. Bring in your light. Bring in your lightheartedness. Bring in your honor and your honesty and your justice. He who wields the sword must also point the sword at himself. If you have conviction in the external, you need to hold yourself accountable to that conviction. You need to delegate and learn how to be a better communicator. Be a better communicator? I don't know where this is coming from. Yeah. That's why. That's why. Because she was under the Ace of Cups. These are all the words that I was pulling from her. Just didn't know she was there. She was there all along. I didn't know that I had such kindness, such grace, such ability to both protect myself and still communicate effectively. Look at the elevation. It could even be the same person. Could it not? These two characters. Go from within your own dungeons and release your inner queen. Bring it to the surface. Put her back on her throne where she belongs. The perfect delegator. The perfectly fair and safe and secure and confident person that you are. That you always have been. Go down the spiral staircase. uncover the doors and release yourself from that dungeon. You're your own hero in this story. All it takes is your light. And your willingness for adventure. This is actually very uplifting. It's such a crazy, like, this is, you know, it's like a movie. Everything starts in horrifying disaster and destruction, but then you realize that, like, it wasn't actually that bad. That went up in smoke pretty quickly, actually. But, oh, look, a secret door. Unlock yourself. The gear. She's even wearing the gears from the contraption that held her hostage, that held her captive, on her very crown. Come on, Queen. Get yourself up out of that dungeon. It's time to take your throne. Thank you, Libra. We'll see you next time.